What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Orcs Must Die 3 in my 5-Skull Rift Lord playthrough. We are here on the Hidden Dock. Let's hop on in and make things happen. Alright, and here we go. Now, this one is quite challenging. It's definitely the hardest one so far in Rift Lord, and I'm changing up my loadout. I'm going to be bringing along the Stone Staff, the Jar of Ghosts, the Mana Rage Trinket, the Healing Trinket, some Arrow Walls, Tar Traps, Grinders, which I'm actually not even going to use, I don't think, the Barricade, some Ceiling Lasers, and some Brimstone. Now, this map is just going to be a Zerg. It's quite chaotic. There's a lot of enemies coming. There's Sappers. This is the introduction of archers, and let me tell you, these guys bring the laser bang pew pew right to your face. They are going to want to shoot you the entire time. So to start things off, this is going to be our main killing area right here. So we're going to go ahead and get it set up. We're going to throw 2 ceiling lasers down. We're going to get an arrow wall down, and then we're going to go with 2 brimstone right there. That's all we've got to get started, so let's go ahead and make it happen. Now, obviously, we're going to have to do a whole lot of manual damage here, and we're going to be taking a ton of damage as well, and that's why we're bringing so many of those support trinkets, and let's just work our way through them here and burn them up. Now, one of the biggest challenges on this map is the par time. The par time is quite aggressive on this one. You do have to get up in there if you want to make it happen. Now, the archers are the real deal. They are going to be aimbotting your head like a mofo, so you want to make sure you're not necessarily prioritizing the archers, but be very aware of where they're at. Keep your bob and weave going, make Mike Tyson proud, as, the more bob and weave you got going, the better off you're going to be. Now, in hindsight, looking back already, I wish I would have brought the window of butterflies instead of the grinder. I know I'm not going to use the grinder at all, so I really wish I would have just brought that window of butterflies, as I could definitely fit that in, no doubt about it. So we're going to make our way through. Now, at the end of Wave 1, we want to be ready to run over to the other side real quick. So I'm just going to kind of poise myself at that entrance and get ready to go. We've got one more enemy coming out here. It's down. So now we want to come over. We want to barricade right here. And we want to barricade right here. And that's going to force all of the remaining enemies over into our kill box. We're going to get another arrow wall down. Now, I toggled that arrow wall down half a tile. I don't want the arrow walls going off at the exact same timing, and that is why I did that. So, trying to toggle the arrow wall's effectiveness. And I brought the arrow wall. You can really bring any wall trap that has a little bit of coverage. I would stay away from the grinder in this area, because you just don't want to put any barricades right here. Now, as we make our way through this wave, we once again are going to be very conscious about the archers, because the archers are quite meanies. Also, if you look at your mini-map, you see those yellow dots. Those would be dynamite archers, of course, and dynamite archers love to blow you up. So you want to keep an eye out for those yellow dots on the mini-map and make sure that you're staying away from any of those explosions. It's not going to be the end of the world if you die on this one, as you don't lose anything. However, you are going to eat away at your par time a little bit, as enemies are going to push through if you do die. So we just want to do the best we can to stay alive, stay conscious of the archers, and like I said, do Mike Tyson proud and get your bob and weave on. Now we're going to come over here and we're going to go with 3 ceiling lasers there. We're going to go with 3 ceiling lasers here as well. Placement's not important, just get them out there. And then anything you have left over, we just want to start building out this kill box right here. Anytime your health gets low, by all means, pop your healing trinket and get jacked back up there. And just keep yourself ready to face tank and get the damage on right up front here. So dropping the jar to ease the pressure whenever I can, really. And, the more we get this area here built out, the better off we're going to be. So towards the end, we're going to have this area completely jacked up, and we're going to have so much leftover coin that we're going to just be dumping stuff into the spawns. So we're going to have an opportunity here where things will smooth out a little bit, but it is quite trying, there's no doubt, as this map definitely lets you realize that you are in Rift Lord mode. There's just no doubt there. It's night and day different over the War Mage version. My Mana Rage Trinket is just about up, but not quite. We'll give it another second here, and let's get that mana flowing once more. And you got lots of gnolls too, and we've got hunters and grenadiers, so we got all the gnoll flavors, and they are just mean, so they're going to be up on you. I'm not prioritizing the archers necessarily, but if I get a moment where there's nothing really close to me, I am going to look off in the distance and see where they're at. And remember, the stone staff does pierce as well, so even if you can just kill an enemy that's close to it, or in line with it, it's going to help you out quite a bit. So let's see if we can't get this guy down. Our mana is pretty darn low. There we go. Alright, now we just want to go ahead and continue to build this area out. I do want to get a little CC in. Let's make sure we get lots of arrow walls. Let's get laser beams out the what? We want lots of laser beams, y'all. Let's just fill in this entire center. And you see right here the gaps at the top there. That would have been a lovely home for some windows and butterflies. But I didn't bring them. So a big old face palm for me right there, as I'm not using the grinder at all. So that would have been the place to put them, no doubt. Let's go ahead and pop another jar here to kind of ease the tension with our mana regen a little bit. Now, we put those ceiling lasers in the spawn because of the massive sapper spawns. There's just a lot of them, no doubt. And that is going to take care of them. So now we're going to add more in there as we get through the map here. But for right at the moment, just those lasers are getting the job done. Go ahead and take this guy out. We got him making the push over here as well. And at this point, really, just the more upfront damage you can get in, the better. I've got one more row of floor traps here while I'll throw down some more, probably throw down some more brimstone. Just as kind of a last resort as the enemies push through. Once again, popping that jar anytime I can if I'm about at the halfway point for my mana pool. So I want to make sure I don't get stuck in a pinch where I've got ogres or trolls or gnolls or just some bit of nastiness on me when I don't have any juice for my stone staff. So the stone staff is definitely the VIP of this one. There's just no doubt about it. Now, let's see. Is this guy going to chase me? Well, chase me over here then, dude. There we go. And let's throw down... Let's get some brimstone in here, too. And you know what? We can fit more laser beams. So, laser beams for the win. I do want to get this back area brimstone up as well, though. And like I said, the more you get in at the spawns, the more it's going to kind of ease the tension a little bit. So, good stuff there. And let's see what else we can do. Well, I mean, we can go ahead and go more out front. We can even throw some arrow walls in the spawns there. That will help out quite a bit. The gnolls. Oh, the gnolls. And we've got every flavor of gnoll on this one. And boy, they do get heavier and heavier as it progresses. No doubt about it. But we're at a point now where a lot of the little guys are being burned out at the spawns. And that's kind of nice because we all know archers are... They're mean, and they hit like a truck. They got aim like don't even know what. However, they are squishy, so they're relatively easy to kill if you get some upfront damage going on. So we're just going to continue on with it here. We got more gnolls. Oh yeah, the gnoll grind is real, and you see we got grenadiers coming now too. Now that is one of the reasons I wanted to go with a setup right here without any barricades, as the grenadiers are just going to be pew-pewing like crazy, slinging those nades all over the place. And I want to make sure that we don't have any travesties here. We're going to go ahead and need to pop that mana regen here. I can't seem to locate his biscuit. There we go. We found the button there. We got a troll right here at the exit. But I think we're in pretty good shape. We're at the 3-minute mark now. This map it's got a ton of mobs, so you're going to need time to get through wave number 6. So you're going to want a couple of minutes, if possible, to get through it, no doubt. Now, we got a ton of juice here, so let's just spam it up a little here. Get as much upfront damage in as we can, just to thin the herd, and I've actually got a ton of mana left. We got gnolls over here. Let's get through these guys. And just keep an eye out for the yellow dots on the minimap. You know, the yellow dots are either dynamite archers, gnolls, or sappers. So it's bad news all the way around. There's just no doubt. Let's go ahead and jar this one up. Let's see if we can't get rid of that yellow dot. That one's down. The dynamite archers are mean, so I do try to prioritize them over a regular archer, as they just got the pew-pew. It's just big booms, big booms. So, let's see, we got a minute 42 left. It seems like there's tons of time left, right? But there's actually not, as there is just a really, really heavy wave 6. Just lots and lots of mobs here. So, we should have plenty of time to get through it here, but it is going to be a little bit close. We're not going to have just an enormous amount of leftover time. Now, as soon as my jar comes back up, I do want to pop it to ease the tension a little bit here. So let's go ahead and pop that up, and that will allow me just a brief window of mana regen time, which is much appreciated. Let's see, we got the Armored Ogre. Let's go ahead and just drop some more Brimstone while we're chilling here. A little derp on that last placement, but it'll be alright. The Armored Ogres, of course, are going to take heavy damage from lightning, so if you're going to stun them under your laser beams. And there we go, y'all. We got a 5-skull Rift Lord run of the Hidden Dock. And that one is a tough one. It is a tough one for sure, but we were able to make it past. So that will do it for now. Thanks an absolute ton for watching. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, as there will just be tons more Orcs Must Die 3 and Tower Defense coming your way. Thanks again, y'all. I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.